Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah Nutt, and I came to COA 3 years ago. I transferred here from Hampshire College, and I've been in the Ed Studies program here since I got here. I'm certified, or on track to be certified in secondary education, English language arts. So my senior project, like most, started when I first got here. I was involved in ed courses every term here, and the most important thing was service learning. So every ed course has a service learning component, and it allowed me to go into the classroom every term and to find an authentic need in the classroom and to help that need, help make it better. And in doing so, I was also directing it back to my own course of study. And this has been really important to me and shaped who I am and shaped my educational philosophy, which is that we must teach children holistically, and we must teach them authentically. We can't fragment the world. We need to show them what it is and have them engage with it all the time. So my first term here, I went to the Historical Society in Soamesville and learned about all the archives that they have, and there's so many stories there that need to be told and shared in order for us to understand our island and our community. So I've been trying to figure out how to bring that community, that history, to us so that we know it. So last spring, when I was looking forward to my senior year, I got in touch with the executive director, Tim Garrity, and we started throwing around ideas for what I could do. And the most beneficial thing for him would be for me to use my education background and to connect with the schools. So Bonnie Ty put me in touch with Lynn Bean Ingram, who teaches middle school social studies over at Pametic in Southwest. And she has 19 sixth graders who are very enthusiastic and awesome hard workers. And together we implemented a service learning project that's dedicated to historic preservation. And what we found was that this is a really unique project. On the island and across the country, people are doing service learning projects all the time. And they're also starting to implement historic preservation in schools, but they're not bringing these two together. And so this was really exciting for me to be doing a new kind of learning and a new kind of teaching. John Dewey was sort of the founder of service learning, and he's influenced me a lot. So we went into the classroom for 7 weeks, and I got 19 sixth graders to do my senior project for me, which was awesome. So we studied island industries. We studied lobstering, we studied fishing, we studied tourism, we studied agriculture. And we created 6 different ways of presenting it because 19 sixth graders can't do one project. So we created a website. This is all student product. They built the website from scratch. They took photos from the Historical Society and other documents and artifacts. This is our About Us page, and it's my favorite page because it talks about why they learned that preserving history is important, which was the whole point of my project, is that history is important. Each of these pages at the top is talking about one of our industries, and the students wrote a summary of the history of the industry, and then they would use artifacts, and they would provide a description of why they chose these artifacts to represent our community history. We also created a booklet, an informational booklet, and these have been dispersed across the island, and it's the same thing, same subjects, in just a different format. So we have summaries, and then we have our artifacts. Some of our summaries are longer than others, and Kozak might not like the length of that paragraph, but they're sixth graders, so it's okay. They wrote it all. And we have, more artifacts, and it's a big range from stock certificates from the dairy farms to photographs to old pots and buoys. And we also created a children's booklet, or a children's story, a children's book. We created a huge master timeline that's being circulated. It's enormous. We created a curriculum to teach third graders about economics and industry, and that was completely student-generated, which is really cool, and is being used at Pametic's third grade classroom. And our last project was Claymation, which I know nothing about, and was pretty nervous about having students use Claymation to present history. I wasn't sure that those two things could go together. But I'd like to show you this claymation clip because it's pretty much the coolest thing. So, so it worked. We have 5 more claymations, which you can find on the website. And yeah, it was a great project. And I think in the end, what was most important to me was history is cool, but my passion is watching these students take on a project, decide on the project, implement the project, and then present the project to the community, and be so proud of what they learned. And I do hope, I wrote a 77-page report in case anyone wants to read it, and outlines a lot of things that we could do in the future, so I hope more projects will continue this process. And my next step is to work for Outward Bound as a sailing instructor and facilitate learning through the sea. So, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, the question was, am I finding a way to present this to the Historical Society and Southwest Harbor? And I gave a presentation to the Service Learning Leadership Team and within the school district, and I also presented to Mount Desert Island Historical Society Board of Trustees. And a lot of these projects will be circulating around the island. And the website's linked to the district and a couple other websites. So we're trying to get it out there more.